Hello out there in YouTube land. Welcome to another episode of Wretched Ranch. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.
In 1985, the Buick Action Library has taken a strong new direction to provide the greatest help possible to you, the Buick sales force, to do what we're all in business for, to sell more Buicks. But we also know that one of the most effective ways to help you do your job is to let you see how other salespeople do their jobs, especially those among you that are judged to be the best. Last year, Adrian Collier, winner of the Presentation of the Century contest of Dale Buick in Littleton, Colorado, made an outstanding demonstration of how he presents a Century to a prospect. Adrian was so convincing that we asked him back to demonstrate the Century again this year. In fact, the Presentation of the Century competition was so effective that we decided to renew the contest, this time with the new front-wheel drive Electra. It's my great pleasure to present the winner of the 1985 Electra Park Avenue Challenge, Brian Joyce, from Joyce Buick in Mansfield, Ohio.
Hi, my name is Brian Joyce. I understand that you have an interest in our 1985 Electra. That's an excellent choice, because Buick has made a commitment to build this car with zero defects. And that type of commitment is obvious right here in the interior of the car. You see, Buick has designed this car with the science of ergonomics. And ergonomics is designing a car to have maximum accessibility, maximum ease of operation, while still being aesthetically pleasing and comfortable. Comfortable the Electra is. When you sit down in it, you'll be surprised at the amount of room and level of luxury that you have in the car. There's plenty of room for 6 adults. In many respects, this interior is larger than the car it replaces, the last year's Electra. And with this new padded pillow seat design and standard 55-45 seat, we've improved the lumbar support as well as the lateral hip room. We even have more legroom in this car than we did in last year's car in the front seat. This interior is so impressive when compared to certain import models such as some Mercedes, BMWs, and Audis. In many respects, our interior is larger. We've made the car quieter, too. There's an all-new acoustical package in the headliner. It has a fiberglass pad here to cut down on noise. And we cover this headliner with a new fabric. We could run this glass right to the door glass and to the windshield, so we've eliminated the garnish molding, giving the car a much richer look. There's an extendable shade here on the sun visor to cut down on glare. There's a side window defogger to take condensation off the side glass. The entire instrument cluster is more highly visible, so you can see things at a glance, like the standard trip odometer. I mentioned ergonomics before, in the imports. This car has, as a fact, a better ergonomic design in the interior than any of those imports I mentioned. That's obvious when you look at things like our multi-function switch. Right here at our fingertips, we have the control for the cruise control, the turn signals, the high and low beams of the headlamps, and the wipers. And the sounds in your Electra will never be an unpleasant sound. We have a pleasant chime for the key as well as the warning chime on the seat belts. The sounds of the standard AM/FM stereo radio can be upgraded to the ultimate sound system. This is a Delco Bose radio. This radio puts out 50 watts per channel for the real listening connoisseur. And ergonomics is once again at work here with our touch climate control air conditioning. You could upgrade the manual air conditioning to the touch climate control air conditioning, or with the touch of one finger, you could change the interior temperature as well as the blower speed. And for your convenience, we have located here inside the glove box an electric trunk release and electric fuel filler door release. Also conveniently located, we have the controls for the power seats, power door locks, and power mirror right here on the armrest control panel. We've even improved the carpeting in this car. It has a new needled polypropylene carpet that has a special bonding and cutting done to it to eliminate that frayed look that so often the interior of a car gets. We've increased the light in the door and courtesy warning lights in the Electra. In 1985, Electra's interior hasn't lost a thing. It's gained. I think it's obvious when you take a look at the shape of the car. It's been designed in a wind tunnel. That is, the nose of the car is much lower than the tail. It actually has a very functional silhouette to knife through the air more easily, so there's less wind drag on the car and better fuel economy. Even this windshield's flush mounted. That is, the glass is flush mounted to the body of the car. We've eliminated the molding here, so there's less wind drag and less wind noise, all again for better fuel economy. And I think if you look at the body of the car, the best way to describe it is smoothness. That's because Buick uses the latest technology available in robotics. We have one unique tool called a Robogate framer. This tool has a round hole in the body of the car to accept the door. In the conventional car, there would be a slot here where you would shim the door forward or back or up or down to align it with a fender. Not so in the Electra. It goes together only one way, the precise right way. These body panels are aligned to within 1/400th of an inch. We do this with the accuracy of a laser beam. That's why when you open and close the door of this car, the sound is even different. It sounds almost like a refrigerator door closing because it seals so well. That's due in part, too, because we have a new rubber molding here on the door for less effort necessary to close it. We've improved the sealing of the Electra. On the rocker panel, we have a plastisol spray. This makes for a much harder surface, so the car's less vulnerable to stone chips and less chance of rust getting started. We've put a plastic cushion here between the body of the car and the molding. That way, there's less chance of rust getting started there. We've made the door panels thicker, and we've sprayed inside the doors with an aluminized wax spray. Much of the car is galvanized, and the entire floor pan of the car is galvanized. This car is so well protected against rust-through, it now carries a 5-year or 100,000-mile rust-through guarantee. We give the car a very unique finish, too. Before it's assembled, we give the bare body a phosphate wash. That is, we remove all foreign matter from the body of the car. Then we dip it in an anti-corrosion tank, where the primer coat is electrostatically bonded right to the body of the car. Then we hand sand this primer coat to get the smoothest possible surface. Then and only then do we spray on 2 coats of colored paint. On top of that, we spray on 2 coats of a clear acrylic. This gives the car a much deeper and higher acrylic luster. You might notice, too, on the Electra we have a painted body pinstripe. No decals on the outside of the 85 Electra. In 1985, we offer you choices of 3 engines. The 3.0-liter V6, the 4.3-liter diesel, and the truly exciting 3.8-liter fuel-injected V6 engine. This front-opening hood is a Buick exclusive, and it, too, is an advantage. You see, it makes for a lower reach-over, and with a lower reach-over, everything under the hood is more accessible, and therefore less costly to work on. But here's the truly exciting part of our car. It's the fuel-injected V6. You see the 6 Bosch injectors here on this fuel rail, 1 for each cylinder. This gives us the most precise metering possible of fuel. It enhances the car's performance, economy, and efficiency. You can tell at a glance it has to be more efficient because of the clean look we have under the hood. We've been able to remove many of the emission control devices that formerly smothered the car's performance. The economy's here, too. That's due in part to the standard overdrive transmission that allows this car to work its engine 30% less hard than what the conventional transmission would. I said performance is better, and it is. This car has the capability with our fuel-injected engine of 0 to 60 in 12.5 seconds. Performance, and to add to the performance, you have rack and pinion steering. It's more responsive to steering than with the conventional steering. With a much
Well, everything was going good until the end there. Hell, these old discs, man, they aren't always in the best shape. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.